Welcome to the channel, welcome to a slightly delayed Banter in the Box episode 109. Last chance to buy tactical gambits. Yes, this is Monday the 1st of May. As per the rules of the Family Fantasy Football League, the 1st of May is the last time you can purchase tactical gambits this season. So if you want to buy them, you need to do it today. In this week's Banter in the Box, we've got your Game Week 31 winners, your Game Week 31 losers, the Quote of the Week, Presentation Awards reminder, and a Manager of the Season update. The Game Week 31 winners take a bow. Ted and Sam Junior's manager Ian Sands climbed one place to 21st in the table. The highest he's been since game week 27. Pictured there with Benny United manager Mark Benwell, who also climbed a place to 14th, which is the highest he's been since game week 27. Take a bow, Ostrich Bar Stewards manager Steve Maloney. He stayed 4th in the table, but scored a personal highest weekly total of 80 points this week. But the biggest game week 31 loser, take a bow, Greece Lightning manager Alexi Lagos climbed 2 places up to 10th with a second weekly win of the season, 96 points in the last week. And 10th is the highest Alexi's been since game week 9. One manager of the season point to those 4. Your game week 31 losers, hide your head in shame. Mops, Hawksby's I've Got a Life fell a place down to 15th. Their lowest since game week 26. Hide your head in shame, also better than the Diamonds. The biggest fallers this week, down 3 places to 8th. You have to go back to game week 21 for the last time that James was as low as 8th in the table. Hide your head in shame, also Sashama's FD manager Wayne Robinson. He fell 1 place down to 12th. Game week 7 was the last time Wayne was as low as 12th in the table. And the biggest game week 31 loser, virtually every week now, stayed rooted to the bottom of the table. Clockhouse Rangers manager George Moody, the lowest scorers this week, scoring 18 points, where they had done one manager of the season point lost. Quote of the week came from debut manager Niall Ponsford, Bantonio Conte's Barmy Army, having a great season, 2nd in the table, still chasing a league title in their debut season. Despite being 2nd in the table, Bantonio Conte's Barmy Army manager Niall Ponsford went into the transfer market last week and spent £17 million on 4 tactical gambits. He spent £5 million on a wildcard tactical gambit, which allowed him to make multiple transfers in a single week. He spent £10 million on 2 Oi's Mines, which allowed him to bring in a player that already belonged to another Family Fantasy Football League manager. And I forgot to reflect it on the update, but he spent £2 million on a Tommy Turncoat, which allowed him to change his nominated club. And when he made those transfers, Niall sent me this message. Okay, Jeff, time to put the competition on notice. Get them in their Sunday best and lay out the cutlery, because I'm about to cook. The Bantonio Contes are hunting Neil Hatch down like a bloodhound. I love that fighting talk. This late in the season, he is still chasing that first Family Fantasy Football League title in a debut season, something that hasn't been done for over 20 years. And that quote earns Niall a manager of the season point. A reminder, Presentation Awards is at Norfolk and Chance FC's Angela Addis on Saturday the 8th of July. It's Southend-on-Sea in Essex. Presentation Awards by the sea, but Angela assures me they're at the Fort Bay end, so very posh. It kicks off at 3 p.m. Thank you to those of you that have told me whether you're attending and whether you're bringing a partner. If you haven't yet done so, please can you let me know so that I can relay it to Angela and assistant manager Dan Addis, because they want to know how many people are descending upon them on the 8th of July. Who the fuck is that? Rolled over for a 4th week. It was worth £8 manager of the season points. To get those 8 manager of the season points, you had to tell me which current Family Fantasy Football League manager is pictured there and what part of their anatomy is pictured. 3 managers had a go this week. On the Buses manager Sarah Goodwin thought that that was a picture of Niall Ponsford of Bantonio Conte's Barmy Army. Hatch United manager Neil Hatch also thought that that was a picture of Niall Ponsford of Bantonio Conte's Barmy Army. And Benny United manager Mark Benwell thought that that was a picture of Ostrich Bastards manager Steve Maloney. I can reveal that none of those guesses were correct. So the manager of the season table looks like this. Top 15 anyway. Niall Ponsford climbing to 14th. Mark Benwell up to joint 10th. Alexi Lagos consolidates his position in 6th. Mops Hoxby drops to 5th. But it's still Simon Hoxby out in front, 5 points clear of the rest. And we're rolling it over for a 5th week. It's now worth 10 manager of the season points. But to get those 10 manager of the season points, you have to tell me the body part and the manager. You don't get any points for telling me the body part without the correct manager. You don't get any points for telling me the manager without the correct body part. You need to tell me the manager and the body part. And if you do, you'll get 10 manager of the season points. All being well, hopefully we'll be back at our normal slot Friday this week. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.